Hegel.
Hegel, there we go. Yeah, Marx is Hegel. So if you're thinking about history, I think not just the history of swimhiking, the history of more or less anything, you've got to kind of choose, well, am I going to have a Marxist interpretation or a Hegelian interpretation? So Marxism...
You have to choose one of them.
You've got to choose one of them. You're not allowing any third choices. No, this is a closed question. And so Marx is going to be all about material conditions. Hegel is going to be about ideas, isn't it? So, and I thought before we go into swimhiking, can we have an example with surfing? Can I press it again, Adam, please? This is a rather, I didn't do this picture. It's a fabulous picture of surfing. Anyway, if we're going to have a Marxist explanation of surfing, you'd say, well, you need advanced capitalism to kind of spread all over the globe, and so you've got these ships that can navigate the oceans, and then when Captain Cook eventually turns up in Tahiti, at that point he sees surfing, and then sort of takes it back, and it all goes. And it's all part of this advanced sort of material conditions and levels of technology. And Hegel, if you think about the Hegelian explanation, would say it's the idea of surfing that counts, then the technology is essentially entirely irrelevant. For thousands of years we've had the technology available to surf, and it could have been invented in Scarborough just as well as in Tahiti. But the fact is, it was the Tahitians that invented it because they had the idea, and it's the idea that's important. And I tend towards the Hegelian interpretation for surfing as with swimhiking. So that again, with swimhiking, if you're a Marxist, you could say, well, actually, the kind of material that's used for the dry bag is a pretty sophisticated kind of plastic. It's flexible, it's waterproof, it's light, and all that kind of stuff. But that's not right, because we've only had that plastic for a recent amount of time. We've had animal skins ever since Paleolithic times, haven't we? They're also flexible and waterproof and so on. So again, I think that swimhiking is something that you need to have the idea in order for it to get going. And you can see, in fact, that we can actually see here